In a world of secrets, there are two agents. Jeri, watch out! Two special agents that have formed an agency in over 32 countries. You see, whoever controls the flow of information controls everything. Why can't we the people have our own intelligence agency? We the People Intelligence Agency. It's a global network of people trying to find the truth. Two congressional award-winning filmmakers and investigative reporters, Edmund Druilhet and Jeri Rice, and we have Jeri Rice.
I smell a rat.
Combine forces to expose the lying media and government degenerates. Edmund you've seen on ABC, NBC,
Edmund,
Fox New York.
And Paul Cohen. Welcome to the show.
Insider.
So you'll hide right now.
What we got?
And much more. Even the Joker told me the boat needs to be rocked.
Let's tip it over.
Like an alligator.
I don't want to rock the boat.
If you smile,
but the boat needs to
Fucking rock. Jeri Rice you've seen slugging out with world leaders from Cuba to Israel. She is on the train.
Robert Kennedy Jr. I was really taken back by.
In episode 6, we're going to look at who is the California Mafia and why are they coming to your door.
They're coming right now, door to door. The governor. Now, who is this governor? Who's his daddy? And what did he do?
Track and tracing.
Track and tracing.
They're gonna trace your cell phone.
Sounds like a mafia. I wonder if there's any mafia connections to Getty and Brown and Pelosi. Newsom, California Mafia. Here we go. Let's take a look at this.
Pat Brown's father, Edmund Joseph Brown, was known for running scams and gambling operations in San Francisco. With the help of businessman William Newsom II, Pat Brown became governor of California for 2 terms.
During his governorship, he awarded the Squaw Valley concession contract to William Newsom III
I
and
love
his partner,
Squaw Valley.
John Pelosi. The deal was criticized for the state of California paying for everything and getting nothing. William Newsom III grew up with the governor's son, Jeri, who was training to be a judge.
Jeri! That sounds familiar.
What else
John
is
Pelosi's son,
new?
Paul, married Nancy D'Alessandro,
Oh!
daughter of Thomas
Handsome
D'Alessandro
couple.
Jr.
Who was known for smuggling heroin into the U.S. with Lucky Luciano and the Baltimore Mafia. John Pelosi's son, Ron, married William Newsom's daughter, Barbara.
Over ongoing disputes about the Squaw Valley concession, William Newsom Sr. threatened to hurt the governor politically, just as Governor Brown was running for a 3rd term against Ronald Reagan.
Wow.
He lost. But 8 years later, the former governor's Jesuit son, Jeri, reclaimed the governorship in 1974. He appointed William Newsom III to a Placer County judgeship in 1975.
Newsom. Isn't that the governor we have now?
Later, to the State Court of Appeal.
William Newsom was an attorney for oil magnate J. Paul Getty,
Named in the 1966 Guinness Book of World Records as the world's richest private citizen.
and while serving on the appellate bench in the 1980s, he helped Getty's son, Gordon, secure a change in state trust law that allowed him to claim his share of a multi-heir trust. After Newsom retired from the bench, he became administrator of the Getty Trust and provided seed money for his son Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi's nephew, to start the Plunk Jack business that led to a career in San Francisco politics as mayor of San Francisco and lieutenant governor of the state of California. Gavin Newsom was informally adopted by the Gettys after his parents divorced, and recently succeeded family friend Jeri Brown to be the current governor of California.
Oh!
For 80 years, these four families have ruled over the state of California politically. And with the help of Kamala Harris,
80 years?
Maxine Waters,
Adam Schiff, and Dianne Feinstein.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
California's
Feinstein.
uncontrollable
That's a nasty
state
one.
government spending has amounted to over $2 trillion in debt and the highest tax rates
Well, you
in
know,
the country.
Couple of $1 trillion.
The homelessness population is on the rise so much
own
that a typhus
California.
outbreak has reached epidemic levels.
Mafia.
California.
Thousands of needles from illicit drugs litter the streets. They have made California a sanctuary state. They have been steadily chiseling away at the Second Amendment. They have passed laws for mandatory vaccinations.
Mandatory
And they
vaccination.
continue to aggressively oppose our president on every front. On October 1st,
Who do they
2016,
represent? The people?
right before Donald
We're
Trump
the
won the
people.
election,
We're the
President
PIA.
Obama transferred full control of the internet from the U.S. government to an independent California nonprofit.
California Mafia gonna actually take over the internet. They're gonna give them the internet for the world, the entire world. This mafia gets the internet in case of an emergency. You think this is a powerful mafia? Pelosi, Newsom, Brown, Getty. Does that sound familiar? Getty?
Cyber war scenario.
It's
The
a
U.S.
war
government
against
may not have
humanity.
control.
Listen to this.
Even if it secures military and government domains and IP addresses, the targets in cyber warfare are likely to be civilian, and the U.S. government requires private sector infrastructure to operate. Since the internet underpins our computer systems,
Electrical
They're
grids,
serious. They're
communication systems,
megalomaniacs.
and what is a republic? For newswars.com, this is Greg Reese.
Wow. California, here we come.
They're coming to the door. They announced it. Nancy Pelosi supports it. She's the Speaker of the House. I was a Democrat. Now I'm just an American. Now I'm just a human being. I'm just a human. Edmund, they're coming for our children. They're coming for your children. Edmund.
I can't survive this as a small business. I can't survive this as someone who's out of work.
Well, of course, I agree with the decisions of the people on the ground in their particular venue and location. Because, again, as Dr. Fauci said earlier, and I wish the president would listen to him or hear him even, that you just cannot think that this is pretend it went away and go out there. So yes, it's inconvenient, but it's even more inconvenient if you're going to be infected or worse, or if you're going to go out to work and bring something home to your family. I think that's the biggest fear that all of us have is what does it mean to the children and family members? So again, if that's the decision that the city of Los Angeles has made and the Cal State system, then I respect that.
She's not concerned about children and young adults going to school.
I'm very
your
sad
$3
about
trillion
September.
proposal here.
I'm sad about September,
Yes,
though.
no,
We're all
you're-
hoping that kids could be back in school.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That hope is across the country. With your $3 trillion proposal here comes on the back of 4 previous bills that amounted to about $3 trillion. Are you confident that this $3 trillion will go into the pockets of people who need it, small business owners? Some people struggled with the PPP, the protection program that was supposed to help them. Are you confident the system is streamlined and that those small business owners will get the money they need quickly to survive?
Well, that is not in this bill.
What? No money for small business?
Where's the money going, Nancy?
We do have the SBA grants, the EIDL grants, what we call the emergency injury disaster assistance, but disaster,
something
not
mentally
loans,
wrong
but
with
grants.
this lady?
This
Can we take a caller now? Why don't you hit the button there?
What
Nancy,
he
is that
did
you?
about the president and the
Oh, my.
secretary is
That's not
so
Nancy.
bizarre. It's reminiscent
Oh my God, she's
of
shape-shifting.
Oh, Edmund, she always looks
who
like
want
that.
to
That's
be
her
in
new
the press no matter
lipstick.
what they have to say.
Act normal.
Today to ask you a few questions. What do you think about Bill Gates?
Nancy, are you still there?
They make their verbal poo-poo
Nancy.
any place to get attention.
The Donald. I think she's still
And
going
this
on
is a
about
tactic.
the Donald.
The Donald.
This is not an
Yeah.
accident. This is a
Nancy,
tactic.
is that, we're talking about Bill Gates here?
And here we are talking.
Nancy,
What do you think of Bill Gates, Nancy?
Nancy, not the
This
Donald.
is not an accident. This is a tactic.
Pelosi is a sick woman. She's got a lot of problems, a lot of mental problems.
Go to www.thepeoplesintelligenceagency.com. Become an agent today. Boy, do we have a story for you.
Normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population.
Talking to me? What?
Okay, what is it? Like, I have like a plug in my head that's gonna fit into a hard drive? Like, or how does that work?
Yeah. A chip and a bunch of tiny wires.
This would be implanted surgically, and it would do what? Could you download Jim?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is the new normal.
The PIA studios are now in London, Paris, New York, Shanghai. We can be found all over the internet. Of the people, by the people, and for the people.
What about propaganda?
What's next? What's happening now? We want you. Become a People's Intelligence Agent today. Join the PIA today. Broadcasting live from a deep underground, undisclosed location. We're 100% independent. We need your support. You can contribute at www.thepeoplesintelligenceagency.com. Become an agent today.